Alright, hello and welcome to another Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl deck tech and gameplay session. If you're new here, stick around, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification button so you can see more of this fun content. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and all that jazz. Alright, we got Monogreen, kind of rampy, stompy, fun stuff. With VARIS Silverymooon Rangers, a 3-mana 3/3 reach and ward 1. And whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. This ability triggers only once each turn, and whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Playing green is like the color of creatures. So we're going to go through all the creatures in the deck. We're going to go through all the non-creature spells in the deck. We're going to get into a few games. So every creature we cast, hopefully we can venture through these dungeons and complete some dungeons and get some payoffs. All right, let's do this. So we have Gildagoose, 1-mana 0/2 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, you create a food token and you can tap a green and a colorless to create another food token, or you can sacrifice a food token to add 1 mana of any color. We have Illusion Caryatid, mana dork, adds 1 mana of any color. If you have power 4 or greater, it adds 2 mana. Lotus Cobra, pseudo ramp here, 2 mana 2/1 landfall. When the land enters battlefield and you control, add 1 mana. Masked Vandal exiles an artifact or enchantment if you exile a creature from your graveyard. Horn Beetle gets bigger if we have a creature with power 4 or greater. You add a 1/1 counter on it. Scavenging Ooze is our graveyard hate, exiling anything from the graveyard. If it's a creature, you gain a life and put a counter on it. Sculptor of Winter untaps our Snowlands. It is also a bear, 2-mana 2/2. Tangle Florahedron can be a land if we need it, but can also be a mana dork. Werewolf Pack Leader, one of the new cards from the D&D set. Green for a 3/3. It has Pack Tactics whenever it attacks. And you have a total of 6 great power or greater attacking, you get to draw a card. That's its Pack Tactics. You can make it a 5/3 for paying 4 mana. We get into some 3-drops. We have Landwar Visionary. It draws us a card and also taps for mana. Garruk's Harbinger is a beast. What else can I say? 3-mana 4/3. It has great stats to its casting cost. When it deals combat damage to a player or a planeswalker, you get to look at that many cards. You can reveal a creature card or a Garruk planeswalker card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. We have Thrashing Bontodon, which is a big overpowered creature that can also destroy target artifact or enchantment. You have to sacrifice it. Old Growth Troll is a 4-mana 3/3 green. You can easily cast it. And when it dies, you can enchant it as a aura to a forest. That forest gets to add green, or you can pay 1, sacrifice that land to create another 4/4 green troll warrior creature token. Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, keeps getting bigger. It was actually one of the very first videos I ever made with Magic the Gathering on this channel. If you don't know, green is one of my favorite colors. It comes into play with 4 counters on it. Whenever a green creature enters the battlefield, it gets a 1/1 counter. If that power is greater than Yorvo's, you add another 1/1 counter to Yorvo. So it just keeps getting bigger. We have Nylea Keen-Eyed, makes all our creature spells cost 1 less. It is an enchantment if you have less than 5 devotion, which is 5 green mana symbols. It is a 5/6. When it is a creature, it's indestructible. And you can reveal the top card of your library. It's a creature card, put it into your hand, otherwise you can put it into your graveyard. So some card advantage for us in the late game. We have Arasta of the Endless Web, 4-mana 3/5, overstatted for its cost. Reach, it is an enchantment, so it dies a little bit easier, but whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, which is going to be one of the ways they need to kill it, you get a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach left behind, or you just keep generating 1/2s. We have Questing Beast, kind of the planeswalker killer of the deck. 4-mana 4/4 Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste, one of those Eldraine cards that everyone is so waiting for them to rotate out of standard. Can't be blocked with creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented, so it gets over protection. And then whenever Questing Beast deals damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls. Now we're getting into some of the beef of the deck. We have Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, 5-mana XX, where X is the number of lands you control. Your creatures now become lands, so things that say return target non-land permanent can no longer target your spells or destroy target non-land permanent. You no longer destroy your creatures. So I think it's very powerful in that with that ability. Elder Gargaroth, 5 mana, 6/6, Vigilance, Reach, Trample. When it attacks or blocks, you get to either make a beast, gain 3 life, or draw a card. So it has a lot of utility at the top end. And we are playing Froghemoth, one of the new cards from the Dungeons and Dragons set. 5 mana, 4/4, Trample, Haste. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile that many target cards from their graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on Froghemoth. For each creature card exiled this way, and you gain 1 life for each non-creature card exiled this way. So it can come out of nowhere with that haste, and it can hit pretty hard. And it has trample, so it can go through the smaller things. And you can start making it bigger. You can gain life, whatever you need. Then we have 3 large creatures. We have Kogla, the Titan Ape, my favorite card currently in standard and in Brawl format. 6 mana, 7/6. When it attacks, you destroy an artifact or enchantment a player controls. When it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Then you can turn target human you control to its owner's hand. Kogla gains indestructible till the end of turn. I don't think we have many humans in the deck. We have exactly 1. So Kogla is probably not getting bounced, but that's okay. Then we have Beanstalk Giant. It is a 6/7 mana star, which is power and toughness to equal the number of lands you control. It also has Fertile Footsteps, so you get to search for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, untapped, and then shuffle your library. And finally, we are going to try Old Gnawbone. We will eventually build a deck around this, the Monogreen ramp deck. 7 mana, 7/7 flyer. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. So it's kind of overkill, but hey, gonna be worth a try building around one day. Those are the creatures. What did I miss? What would you change? Comment in the description below. I had a hard time because I was at like 62 cards, but I wanted to keep this. I wanted to keep a higher creature count because of Varys' ability. So I had a tough time making some cuts. We got some non-creature spells. We have Blizzard Brawl. It is a great fight spell. And if you have 3 or more snow permanents, your creature gains indestructible and gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Primal Might is green and an X. Target creature gets +X/+X, and then it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control, so it can pretty much kill anything you want it to. Heroic Intervention, kind of the green counterspell in some ways, making it so your creatures can't be targeted or destroyed. Inscription of Abundance is a modal card, but you can also kick it to do all of the modes. You get to put 2/1/1 counters on it. You can gain X life for X is the greatest power among creatures you control, and target creature fights another target creature. So it has a lot of flexibility. It is instant speed, so you can play it in many different ways. Ram Through basically destroys a creature. You get to have one of your creatures deal damage to another creature with its power. Ranger class, this card can single-handedly win a game. 2 mana, it creates a 2/2. Then you pay another 2 mana to get it to level 2, one of the new class cards. It puts a 1/1 counter on a creature, an attacking creature, and then it's level 3, you pay 4, and then you can start playing creature spells off the top of your library. So it can single-handedly get there if you need it to. Wilt destroys an artifact or enchantment, and you can cycle it. Arcane Signet taps for a green. This could be a mana dork creature instead of the Signet. This is a little harder to destroy than a creature. We have Balaged Recovery. Can be a land if you need it early. Can return a spell from your graveyard to your hand if you need it late. Cultivate. Find 2 basic lands. Put 1 on the battlefield and 1 in your hand. Garruk's Uprising draws us a card when it enters. Usually, you need power 4 or greater. More importantly, it gives your creatures trample, so it helps your bigger guys get through that don't have trample, or your bigger creatures, I should say. And then if you cast a creature spell and has power 4 or greater, you get to draw a card again. So that's kind of one of our card advantage engines in the deck. Heraldic Banner, this again could be a mana creature, but I like this one because it gives all your green creatures +1/+0, and then taps for a green mana. We have 1 Planeswalker in the deck, Vivian Monsters Advocate, 5 mana and 3 loyalty Planeswalker. I always forget the top text. Looking at the top of your library and casting creature spells from the top of your library is very powerful. It's the same ability as on the Ranger class if you can get it to level 3. This just has it. +1, you get a beast, and you can either have it Vigilance, Reach, or Trample. And then its -2 is when you cast your next creature spell, you get to look through your library for a creature with converted mana cost less than that card and put it on the battlefield. Shuffle your library. And we have the Great Henge as our final spell in the deck. 9 mana, but it costs X less to cast. Rex is the greatest power among creatures you control. You get green when you tap it. You also gain 2 life. When a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it, and you get to draw a card. For the lands, we have the castle, we have the new creature land, we have 17 Snow Forest, Crawling Barrens, Faithless Haven, Field of Ruin. And we could probably get away with playing the one where I got this, and Bonder's Enclave. We're gonna play a Bonder's Enclave and take out one. All right, let's get into a couple games. Well, there's our Bonder's Enclave biting us in the butt. If we had 1 green mana, I would definitely keep this, but we need to mulligan this. That is better. This will be a spell. This is good. This is good. So Svella, for those who don't know, you can create a Manolith for 3 mana, and you can pay 8 mana to look at the top 4 cards of your library and play one of them. We will keep this. I think this Balagad Recovery is going to be a spell. We will... might as well do this so we don't forget. This does not come into play untapped after 2 mana, so you need to play it first or second. It becomes a XX green Hydra creature. You need to basically whatever your lands are -2. And we're 100% gonna jam with this guy. I'm not sure if we're going to do this or we're going to do this. Ooh. Ooh, sorry. Ow. That is a pretty solid generator of card draw for those colors. We're just gonna hit. I'm very sorry for booping the mic there. It's really a late game card. I think here, I think we play this. I was going to use this as a spell, but I think we're going to play it as a land. And then we're going to do this. And this might be too aggressive for them to overcome. Because next turn we get to venture into the dungeon and then maybe go find a couple lands. Or we can fight something else. They attack here. I don't think we block. No, they're just going to. All right, so we do this. I think we kind of just go over the top with this. I think we do. We can. That means we deal what? 14? Oh, we're 1 short. That means that they got to deal with both of our creatures. We'll put the counters here. We'll gain the life. We'll have this like that. Draw a card. In theory, we have lethal with either one of these next turn. We also have this, which can attack for 2. which is not lethal. Yeah, sure. Both of our creatures are lethal. Draw a card. Activate. And we get to win. All right, good game one. On to game two. Mono White ventures the dungeons. I mean, I guess. Another new card. When it enters the battlefield or when it attacks, you venture. I think we're just jamming this guy in now. We cannot venture more than once. That's fine. I'm probably... Should I ramp just in case? This would be really nice to get down. Yeah, I think we're doing that. We're not attacking, and we can do that at end step. Although we might just ram through this. Sure. We're gonna get a shot head down. They chose the Pandelver, easier one to get through. Scry to the bottom. That was a good draw. I would like... Are we gonna be aggressive? I think we're kind of on the Pandelver plan too. We're not being aggressive this game. The way I see it with now this just taps for a mana, which is lovely. Sure. Really? You just want them to come back as flying creatures. I will eat that, and I will eat that. Actually, do this. Oh, baby. Sure. Now, do I Mamma Jamma this? No, I think I Mamma Jamma this. Let's us make... I don't really need a treasure token. We'll do this. And then this. I want to tap that for mana and that for mana because I want to keep the reach up. It just has to eat. So they're gonna get to do another dungeon. Oh, that's scary. I think I'm trading my... No, I'm not trading that. This 7/7 is going to dissuade them. Inscription. Alright, so I do this. Got another fight spell. I'm gonna do that. Put that there. Now what I really need is my trample enabler. One, two, three, four, five. So killing this shuts off that. This is gonna fight there. Why? Oh, the auto pay. And I ventured already, so we'll hold on to this. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do the... Well, I guess I have these tokens. These. No, I'm not gonna cast those. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do this. Do this. Let's draw a card. Battle. Let's end the turn. Sure. Well, that was a good one. How much can we whack this for? 1, 2, 3. So we have 4. I need to 1, so 3. So that's 3 plus that's 8. 8 plus 16. That's not enough right now. I think we do this. This. I think we're going to win. All right. I think we got time for one more. Let's do this. Here we go. All right, we got mono green against mono black. I think we can viably keep this. We are against Ayara. Yeah, we'll keep this. We got some artifacty removally. We can go with this into this, which is quite powerful. All right, they are being aggressive. This game could be over quickly. Yes, they are extremely aggressive. No advantage for you. Hopefully the ward on this helps. They are stuck on mana though, so maybe that's why they wanted to get super aggressive. Don't block there. Ward 1 might be helping us here. It is very much helping us here. Well, what can I say? The first game, first sets, we had short ones. So that's the deck. Thanks for watching. Sorry for ending off on a short one, but hey, that is what it is. Time is time. Thank you for watching. I really love this deck. So yeah, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. From Mr. Pisto to you, take care. Bye for now.